This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello and welcome back to another epically long day for me in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. I got your feedback on the buzzing that started taking place on my microphone, and I already had this video recorded, but those of you who came out to my deck construction stream know that we pretty much derailed the stream after doing about 3 or 4 pretty cool decks. But we derailed the stream to solve the audio issues. It should be sounding better now. Of course, you can let me know in comments or come out to Twitch and talk to me directly, which is so much better, so much more effective. So this should be sounding better, but one of the big downsides is I had already recorded today's video, and now we're going to record it again because I love you, and I care about your ears, and I care about getting things right. It's good for me, it's good for you. I'm sorry, very, very, very sorry that the audio issues kind of ruined a good stream and 2 good videos, but that is what happens. Stuff happens, we carry on. And let's talk about the deck, because that's what you're really here for. Esper Walkers. Esper Walkers isn't even appropriate. Like, what do we call this? Esper Bolas. Yes, Esper Dragons. I like that. Esper Dragons was a deck that I really enjoyed in a past standard, and I'm actually watching Shota Yasuoka play Esper Dragons in some old YouTube footage I play at night to put me to sleep in a pro tour from long ago. Anyway, this is Super Friends Esper with Nicol Bolas, the Dragon God, as the only red card. And in white cards, it's only Teferi, Oath of Kaya, and Elspeth Conquers Death. So it's mostly a blue-black control deck. I've tuned this for best of 1, and I cut a lot of cards like Atrees and Agonizing Remorse that were good for a slower meta, and I added Omen of the Sea to help us curve out better, and Ritual of Soot to wipe away those pesky red creatures. And I had a lot of success with this in the video I filmed earlier today. I hope that carries over since all that footage is now lost. It was all subpar audio, had to be killed. Speaking of killing things, it looks like I have a black eye. Now my lighting is all messed up because I moved around everything. I mean, I tore the frickin' office. I tore the place apart, not gonna lie. Tore this place apart trying to solve the issues, and now I look like a raccoon. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to fix the lighting again. Anyway, all that for another day. This is my second time recording the video. I better just jump right into it. The main thing about the deck is that we are doing all of the super friendly things and killing the opponent's stuff. We don't run Kaya's Wrath or Shatter the Sky because getting double white is kind of iffy. We only have 11 white sources if you're not looking at Interplanar Beacon. We only have 6 red sources. I have a feeling that the mana for this deck is going to be difficult, and it certainly reared its head earlier today. We'll see if it rears its head again. And yeah, it is challenging. Against red on the draw, don't expect to necessarily win, but when you're on the play, you can certainly compete, and it seemed to have game against all the other decks in the format. If I absolutely can't capture any good games here in the next couple minutes, you might get a few games of me talking over what I've already recorded, because those were actually really good. So just letting you know, a little bit of a different video, trying to fix up the audio for you guys, make it better. I care a lot, and I thank all of you who came over to Twitch and helped me fix it. You guys are awesome. And yeah, let's dive in. Let this nonsense begin. Into battle we go. So today I am going to be streaming on Twitch from 4 to 6 Eastern. It's going to be a Deck Doctor stream, so you can bring your lists and I will look them over, make some suggestions. So that is on Twitch, link in the description. This hand is pretty fun. We need a white source for Oath of Kaya. But we have Narsets. And do we want multiple Narsets? I don't think so. I think we can settle for 1 right now. There's too much risk that we're just going to end up mana screwed, I think, if we keep another Narset there. Ritual sits ready to go, but the opponent doesn't seem to be about that life. Let's see if they're about the counterspell life when we go for this Narset. They are about that growth spiral life. It is a way to win games of Magic in 2020, like growth spiral on turn 2. And we'll grab an Omen. Trying to gas up the hand, but we're really looking for Teferi. And I know, we put one on the bottom, but we are looking for more Narsets. Baby Krasis, do what you gotta do. Bolas! I like it. Alright, let's go ahead and shock here and get that Krasis gone, since it seems the opponent really wants to kill this Narset. And we're looking for, well, really any untapped land gets the Bolas going. And it looks like our opponent is Sultai. So do they have a way to deal? Nope, but we don't have a land. So let's throw this at them. And let's look for the land pile. Easy choice. All right, you didn't play mono red. You chose Sultai. Let's see how it pays off for you. We do need another white for Elspeth Conquers Death. Ooh, there's Nissa.
In this land, we are all connected.
Nissa is strong.
Behold, nature's true power.
But Bolas can come down and kill her. Okay, go for it. You can take whatever you like from this hand. It is still very strong. They probably plan to take the Bolas, but they choose the Liliana. And they keep on top. So we can attack you. But I don't even think that's necessary here. Let's play Bolas. Let's use Bolas to kill Nissa. Let's keep Atrice for the second Nissa that's probably on its way. Is that the right play? And now we have the white source for the Elspeth Conquers Death. It also blocks the Temple of Mystery. But I think our opponent might be thinking Casualties of War, which I don't have a great solution to. Blowing up their land won't stop them. Ooh, I could make my land into a creature with using their Nissa skills and attack down their Nissa. Then they blow up this land, they blow up this, they blow up one of these, they attack one of these. That's not great either. It's interesting, though. It also conceals the Elspeth Conquers Death. Okay, well, what are we doing here? If not being bold.
I know all there is to know.
It also keeps this as a blocker, but that's weak to casualties in the same way that the other play was. Either way, we didn't have a lot of ways to get a blocker in front of the temple. If the opponent has an untapped land for the casualties. Oh, okay. That play too strong? Yeah, it's a good hand against aggro if we live long enough to play these cards. So we will try. If they were against fires, we're a lot worse off with 2 Rituals of Soot sitting in our hand for the rest of the game. This is going to be the classic, oops, I played a reactive deck on ladder and I drew all of the cards that I didn't want to draw in the matchup. So if the opponent doesn't start playing things that can get Ritual of Sooted, we probably lost this game before it began. Which is just the way it goes. Not a lot you and I can do about it. Other than not play these cards, but like this deck is too weak to aggro without them, in my opinion. Right. Give Narset a chance. I think the opponent has a Bone Crusher Giant, but what can you do?
Contain your rage. You meditate and prepare.
Huh. Against fires, what's our plan? Elspeth Conquers Death? Teferi's okay. We also, like, when we see the Bone Crusher Giant, I think we can assume that they're the version with Cavaliers, which is usually the better version. Alright, I'll take Teferi. Another Narset would help me keep digging for Elspeth Conquers Death, which is why I considered it. Whoa, they missed the land drop. Brutal. I got something for you. Let's hit again. Give me a shot. Give me a shot. I'll take it. Darn it. Uh-huh. So now what we have to do, I guess we can play this and dig first. But I think what we have to do is use the Teferi to bounce the fires, just to slow them down. We could see if we can top deck a Thought Erasure. We have to tap careful because this Shuffler is completely out to get us.
This isn't a fight you can win. No more, I'll protect you.
Denied. Oath of Kaya. Get them burns. I don't suppose you're scared of a Dovin's veto, are you? Okay, they're not. And no other plays. They're afraid of a Wrath. Liliana, come on down. We'll just have to take it. Oh, good draw. Bye-bye fires. That Sphinx is annoying, but those fires gots to go. They kept on top. Must be another fires. Always is. Let's see. Show me the other fires. Oh, okay.
Right on
What
schedule.
do you bounce? Anything? Or are you just drawing? Just plussing?
I've got time.
Yeah, I'm not a counter deck. That is a thing. This deck is rather immune to Teferi. There's nothing really good for Teferi to do to this deck. But speaking of what we're going to do, now that they don't have fires, we're pretty safe to drop a Liliana, minus it to kill this, I think. Let's scry. And let's do the Liliana thing. We could also plus Liliana, but the zombie just gets bounced by Teferi.
Get out of my way!
God, these Rituals of Soot. I've been playing with basically a 4-card hand this whole game. That Bone Crusher is brutal, but Elspeth Conquers Death is up to the task. Ooh. Okay, that's one way to handle it. That's one way to handle it. Scry. Narset. Do I want to exile this Teferi or save this for something else? Let's exile Teferi. It's fine. We want to get that clock ticking. And maybe Narset can find us a Teferi. Another Teferi to bounce the Elspeth Conquers Death. Or another Elspeth Conquers Death. I would settle for either.
There are so many. Keep an open mind.
Yay! Yay! The sad thing is we did put another Elspeth Conquers Death on the bottom. We're going to need to work our way back to the third Elspeth Conquers Death, because it's right here. We don't have a ton of ways to shuffle. Or we need to find more Teferis to bounce this one. That will work as well. Opponent looking at these. Yep, I'm sure those bother you. Maybe they're looking at Heliod's intervention to kill them? I guess they could. They have the mana for it. Okay, 5 mana to Fairy.
I know
Cool.
my responsibility.
Very cool.
This might be a bad idea.
Alright, so do we get Liliana? I think we get Teferi and keep reusing this Elspeth Conquers Death.
Let's slow this down.
I think as long as we're doing that, we're good.
I have just the trick.
There's
for this.
Bolas, but more Teferi for more Elspeth Conquers Death I like better.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Goodbye. I'll do this every turn if I can, but we can play the Atrice for the rest of this turn. So what would you like me to have? 2 lands or not 2 lands? Swamp it is. But hey, we got through them. That's part of the trials we're going through here. We got to push through all that land to find the goodies. So coming up on this turn, I am not going to scry on my upkeep unless the opponent plays something very specific that I actually want to remove or have an answer for. And that's because I want all my mana available for where the turn leads me. If you scry to get a better draw, that often just kind of leaves you in a worse position to use the cards that you would draw that turn. And people recommend it all the time, but I disagree with it in most situations.
Here we go.
But hey, if you want to keep leaving those comments about scrying during my upkeep, go ahead. I'll stick to the end step. Here we have the beautiful Thought Erasure draw step. Haven't done one of these in a while. Cavalier of Flame, bye-bye. No thank you. Oath of Kaya for the Bone Crusher Giant's okay, but we have so many Rituals of Soot, I don't think I need it. Aether Gust as well. That can target Bolas. So that's going to be something to remember. And bye-bye Atrice. Sorry for my voice. You heard what I said in the intro. I'm kind of running on fumes. But hopefully, still playing some fun games. So at instant speed, thanks to Teferi. Activate Omen of the Sea. Try those to the bottom. Another Narset is nice.
I know 88 ways to express with thoughtfulness before action.
Let's grab the Omen. And let's play it, dig deeper. There's a Bolas. Wonderful. We could play that now, right? The Aether Gust isn't available. Sure.
Remake the multiverse in my image.
That was enough for our opponent. The deck certainly started going off. Onward! Onward, Esper Dragons! Continue to rise up the ranks of the Platinum. Well, let's hope that Ritual of Soot is good. We've got a pretty disjointed hand. 2, 4, 6. There's a 3, but we don't have the mana for it. Our opponent leads on everybody's favorite, the Mountain. Following with everybody's second favorite, the Second Mountain. That's another blue. It's painful, though. It's going to be very painful. Oh my god. Well, that's gotta go. And that can go. It's too slow. This is going to be fun. We're going to need Ritual of Soot into Ritual of Soot, I think. That's a good draw. Hopefully Narset can draw some fire. And we grab Teferi because it will make them want to play more things so that the Teferi bounce isn't as harmful. This is gonna sting a lot. 7 points of damage right there. And this is 8-9. And this is 10-11. We're going to 6. It's fine. This is fine. Oh, the opponent's trying to play the Narset, but they can't right now. Okay. They have the Embercleave now. Is that just lethal? That's another 5? I think we're just dead. Not quite. Really close. Now they're going to search for shock. If they actually hit off this, I'm going to be a little
If you wish to surrender,
tilted.
meditate and prepare.
And they hit shock. Cool. Cool stuff, everybody.
Keep an open mind.
Cool stuff, everybody. That was the opposite of a good game in every way I can conceive. They didn't even have a 1-drop and that happened. Keeps. I mean, yeah. If you lose to God Draws because you're on the draw with a hand like this, it is what it is. I just think if you're going to play any deck that isn't mono red, you have to accept that. You still have to play hands that are playable. The Beacon's a nice draw, I think, but the Elder Spell isn't gonna do it for a while. Not for a while. They didn't light up the stage. Maybe they're a smart gamer who doesn't light up the stage on turn 2. Maybe not. They're probably just going to shock me here. Okay, interesting. Yeah. And crush you. Weird choices all around. Maybe they're just playing on full control. We're gonna hit the Oath. They have the shock, then they prevent some of this life gain. So let's see if they shock their own creature. Infuriate. That doesn't... Red mages. They probably are set up for an Embercleave, so I think we just want to blow this up. Glad we blew it up. They can't Embercleave off their current mana and set up, so let's play the Narset. If they attack the Narset, well, that's good for us. Let's go ahead and scry now and try to make sure our Narset doesn't whiff. Which is safer because Robber of the Rich might steal something we leave on top anyway. And let's grab the Teferi. It can bounce Oath of Kaya or the Annex. Oh yeah, give me that Oath Drain.
Just wait a moment.
Red deck no wait moment. Not how red deck play Magic. So if we go for a Liliana here, we have to take 2 damage, and the creature probably dies right away, so it doesn't even get to block. Whereas Teferi feels like it can run pretty good interference here. Let's do another scry first, so our Teferi draw is lovely. Lovely. Indeed. Alright, so... Doesn't matter as long as we have a blue open, but this auto tapper loves to get you. Loves to get you. You gotta use your bacon carefully.
I am not going to sit this one out. Enough! No! I am not making this up as I go.
Annex. Annex. Yeah, they're sitting on Cleave. Pretty much lock in at least 1 Embercleave, maybe 2. Yep. Hello. Hello.
Let's try this.
Hello. Thanks. Red Mage bored. Red Mage must emote now. Red Mage did their thing for 4 turns, and it wasn't good enough, so Red Mage sad. Alright, give me your Embercleave. Thank you.
My prowess is unmatched. But thoughtfulness.
Yeah. This is getting lovely. Usually I don't have to play it out much longer than this. Red Mage no like this. Red Mage want win. Red Mage probably can't win now. Spitta. Classic.
Trust me. You'll thank me later.
Alright, keep it ticking. Oh, the emotes are back.
Prowess.
It's nice. Oh, I got plenty more where that came from. We could do this all day. I mean, do we just bounce it again? Let's play Oath of Kaya every turn until the opponent gives in. We can dig for a land to do it. Are you guys getting tilted by the emotes? Oh, but these cards are too good. I can't get rid of these. They're too nice. I think we can put a pause on this person. They might be making a few of our viewers unsettled. Oh, now we get to rope. Oh, good. All right, cool. Cool. Let's see, some of you have commented that I'm playing ladder more lately. It's mainly because of people who constantly complain that I'm not any good because I don't play ladder. Ladder means something to them. Okay, that's fine. But ladder is frickin' toxic, just so y'all know. This is the kind of... You can expect plenty of this in the arena in general, but in my opinion, it's worse on ladder than anywhere else. Because people care so much. They care so much about being greatest and best gamer. It's kind of crazy, but it is what it is. Magic is esports. We all know it.
My intellect is not limited.
This might be a bad idea.
Going a bit to the autopilot, because why wouldn't we? At this phase of the game, red deck could stack their deck. I'd probably win. Nice job. It's Annex. Cool. Where'd that Elder spell go? It's still quite a ways away. I don't think we can get to it this turn. Then, in that case, we'll just exile ya boy. Set the upkeep stop and thought erasure your draw step, which I'm sure probably not going to be particularly great anyway. Infuriate. Infuriate gamer, everybody.
Smarted you eons ago.
Oh, don't forget to activate Liliana. I wouldn't know what to do with myself if I didn't activate Liliana.
Mindless minion.
Bye. I guess they get to get that back, so good for them. What would you like to attack? I'm curious. I'm really curious. How are you gonna do this? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which planeswalker? To which planeswalker will I deal this blow? Bolas is the winner.
Do
All
not
right.
defy me.
going to wreck all of your things now. You've made me unhappy.
You have no weakness I cannot exploit.
Ah, so evil.
Earth will bend to my will.
So evil, so great.
My schemes are never ending.
Should I torture them? I should always torture them. Is that really a question?
Here goes nothing.
I will try to close the game, but it is tempting to not even attack and make them sit through all the ultimates of the Planeswalkers. Less time on the ladder.
There are so many mysteries to uncover.
Oh, can't fit everything in here.
Oh, listen to my symphony of death.
Listen to my symphony of death. We only killed one land, but you know, he's a gamer.
First, meditate and prepare.
Let's take your card so that you have to exile your last land. Oh, the destruction is so complete, it's hilarious to me. Yes!
The moat of my power.
Witness the something of power of something or other. And don't worry, I won't miss lethal. We're good. Whoa! I got paired up to Diamond. Got paired up to Diamond 4. The season just reset, so I think that has a lot to do with the available opponent selection. But does it mean they're mono red? Oh, it's a Rakdos Guildgate Gamer. Oh boy, it's on. Still running Robber of the Rich though. Still running that card. Cool. Let's give him a little thought erasure. Whoa! This hand is crazy. They need to draw land really bad, though. I don't know. You might take Shadow Spear, because it's the only playable card, but it doesn't do anything against me. Nothing too much. Murderous Rider reaches out and hits a Planeswalker, which could be a pain, but I think we just have to stop whittling away these annexes. And we'll leave a land on top for the Robber. And does the opponent draw land? No, they do not. Okay, so do we grab another Annex? We'll have the opportunity to do that at some point anyway. How about Teferi bouncing this? They just replay it, attack the Teferi. It's not particularly great. Probably better to line up the Ritual of Soot. The best way to do that is to play Omen of the Sea, and hope the opponent misses their land drop, so they don't get one of these on the battlefield. Teferi's good against an Annex as well, so when we get our opponent into the zone of playing Annex against us, that's fine. Alright, so they go to combat. Let's play Omen and set it up so that they don't, if possible, they don't get something good. That's frustrating. But giving them a Ritual of Soot is fine. So I can draw this, they take the Ritual of Soot, and then maybe I still draw an untapped land, because a tapped land's better than no land. Also notice they didn't equip Shadow Spear. So they must have something else to do with mana, or they were hoping to hit something. Maybe they were hoping to hit a Thought Erasure. Maybe. So post-combat equip. That was the play. Ritual of Sodom. Get this thing away from me. It is so obnoxious. It is so, so obnoxious. Please keep whiffing on land. Yes! I'd normally cut that game, but there was some interesting stuff about using Omen of the Sea against Robber. So if you got to watch this game, it's because I wanted you to pick up on how to use Omen of the Sea against Robber of the Rich. The end. Yep. We are the beacon bits. We're going to be looking for black sources, but that should be pretty easy to find in the deck with Omen. So we'll see. But multiple bacons can be solid. Hopefully we're against an opponent that actually cares about life. And it looks like we're not. We are against blue-white blink. Yeah, this is fine. Thought Erasure and Elspeth Conquers Death are probably the best weapons we have against them. So let's remove their Charming Prince pretty much right away. You want to keep their blinkers off the field. You want to take Agents of Treachery out of their hand. You want to use Elspeth Conquers Death to exile their Thasas. So everything has a job. Everything has a job. Then you want to kill them with Liliana, yes. But we still need to hit a land. So I guess I'm in for this, not the Narset. And 2 agents, an Elspeth Conquers Death, an Illyrios. I guess all those things can be annoying. So they scry to the top, so they're going to have their next land drop. If we take the Elite Guard Mage, and then take the Elspeth Conquers Death, we leave them with Agents of Treachery, but we're not going to kill them fast enough to keep them from playing the agents. But if we put these in the graveyard, Elspeth Conquers Death might get them back. This is sucky. I'm just gonna go after the agents. I'm just going after them. And then we have to fight over Elspeth Conquers Death. Interesting.
I'm known for my excellent timing. Don't worry, I got this.
I guess I still need another land. So I want Thought Erasure to reveal the land. So I want to play the Narset first, and then try to Thought Erasure. Oh, but I can't. I can't do both. I don't have enough blue sources. It's not the way... You can't do the thing with Bacon where you use Bacon to activate Bacon to make more blue sources. So I've only got... I can Thought Erase or Narset. I can't do both. I could also Elspeth Conquers Death here. I guess if I play the Narset, the opponent will try to deal with it. And it also shuts down their Teferi. Alright.
Those who cannot keep an open mind.
And another Narset. Okay, they found a land. They have a Guard Mage that turned off by Narset. Another good reason to have that down. I think they would have rather played this.
That's more like it.
Rain.
You could use some training.
We know their hand. We know what's going on. We want to exile their Teferi and get Elspeth Conquers Death going. You know they want to get rid of this, and if they put it in the graveyard, that's good for me. So yeah, we'll do this. And hope they don't have another Elspeth Conquers Death of their own, so we'll exile their Teferi. So we need them to miss on an untapped land. They hit. That's great. But at least we get to conquer death, their conquer death. And we still have a Thought Erasure in the bank for the next agent. So, all things considered, we're doing okay. They are a few top decks from destroying us, though. They're not playing Illyrios. I guess they think I'm going to sweep the board. And they're still another mana away from Agent of Treachery. So that means I can hang on to Thought Erasure a little while longer.
Past, present. This is overwhelming. I have just the trick for this.
Yeah, we pretty much want absolutely all of those in this matchup. All of them. All of them, all the time. Two to the top. Interesting that they're taking Narset out when Narset's about to come back. So did they find another Elspeth Conquers Death? No, they kept a land, and we also know they kept their top card, so they don't want to crack this. Okay. I think it wasn't a mistake for them to attack the Narset, but, you know, it's a thing. It happens. Alright, so let's Thought Erase. We want to Thought Erase away the Agent. Do we want to activate this Narset? The opponent will be able to attack it away, which lets them draw a card, or maybe. I still think it's better to get a card into our hand than theoretically remove one from the opponent. Never mind. That was a fail. Guess I should have done this first. Alright, so now they're shuffling something away. It must have been the next land. And indeed, Agent gone. So we can shock and play other Narset, but I think I'll just let the opponent attack this one. We could have shocked and scryed. I think I like keeping the Omen around. We'll see. They did keep one on top. Did they find another Agent? Kept it on top and they held it. They don't usually play counter spells in this deck. Could be an Elspeth Conquers Death. I think we go for Liliana, regardless. And I think we minus, considering we have another one in hand, and these cards are causing us pain. And they're really good with Thassa if the opponent draws it.
Oh, I do love a good death wail.
Interesting game. Could still go a number of ways. So there's the Elspeth Conquers Death by Lily. Ooh. I really want this to bounce this. I'm worried if I play this, something bad will happen. But I still think we have to go for it, because even though I could play Teferi this turn and hope to bounce this next turn, we need another land because of Chapter 2. But if I get the chance next turn to bounce that, I'm going to do it. Lock it in. Please don't have it. Please don't have it. Okay.
You show remorse, I'll show remorse. I've got time.
Illyrios! The reflection is here. So if you haven't seen this card, it stays tapped as long as you control a reflection. So as soon as the opponent doesn't have this anymore, this side untaps. Not a big deal. Not a big deal for us. Ritual Soot cleans up both.
Let's slow this down.
But yeah, we want to keep this. We want to keep one of these on deck at all times for Thassa. And let's go ahead and... I actually expected to play this, didn't realize I didn't leave up the black mana. Not smart. I guess we play you. And we don't minus.
I know 88 ways.
That way, attacking it for 3 doesn't get Narset off the field, keeps the Teferi from drawing a card. Makes cards like Elite Guard Mage a lot worse. Alright, we're going after Teferi.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
It's almost Liliana time. The problem with Liliana, Teferi ticks down, takes out the token. The 3/2 still gets to attack, but maybe that's not that bad. The real question is Narset. Let's scry first. Another ritual. They do run a lot of small cards, but it doesn't deal with Guard Mage. There's a few cards they could draw that this wouldn't help me against. And let's get Liliana going. I'm gonna go with the line of make a zombie, make the opponent tick the Teferi down, and not draw a card. So that's why we're not gonna minus the Narset either.
Rise and shine.
I'm trying to hold Elspeth Conquers Death for Thassa, or Agent of Treachery. There aren't really any other cards I want to use this against, unless I can get it back with a Teferi pretty much right away. They kept something on top. It must be good. They steal my Liliana here. It's such a burn. Wow, they kept a Charming Prince. And they want to make another 3/2. Yeah, this is looking good. This is looking okay.
No more. I've got it.
And they attack the Liliana. They're going to take 2 from the Oath of Kyle. Do I want to make a zombie and draw a card with it? Or do I want to make a zombie to have something on the board after the soot clears? Oh man, I think I want the board presence. It doesn't seem like the board presence is very valuable. A card is probably better. Alright, I'm going for the card. Changed my mind.
Good help is easy to find in war.
Hit him. Draw a card.
They were a lousy servant anyway.
Okay, now we can tick Narset down.
Sloppy to hone your prowess.
Bolas! Bolas! Oh, I didn't leave one of these untapped. My bad. It's okay. We still have a play. Take Teferi out. So one thing I have to really watch for is setting up a Planeswalker Ultimate right before an Agent of Treachery. Okay, they kept on top and then scooped. I guess they just didn't see a way back. Alright, that was a good game to call it on. So Fireside Chat at the end. The first time I recorded with this best of 1 deck, it had a really good run. Went about 7-3 through Platinum. Lost to... 2 of the losses were to Robber of the Rich on the draw, taking Thought Erasure and casting it on me. And then one of the losses was I never found the 5th land, and I saw about 30 cards. So those were some losses that were cut from the original video. The second take of the video, I think I'm doing even better, but I keep on having audio and video issues. There was one where I left the big face cam on and I had to delete it. It's been a day. My voice is definitely feeling it, and I need to just go frickin' Netflix and chill, or Amazon Prime and chill, or YouTube at TV and chill, or whichever service I have activated this month. But anyway, I like the deck a lot. The only difference between my first recording and my second recording is that I cut the one Cry of the Canarium and I added one Atrice, and I'm perfectly happy with that right now. So thank you for watching this video. Come out and check me out on Twitch Monday through Thursday, 4 to 6 Eastern Time. We're doing a Deck Doctor stream within like an hour of when most people, my early adopters, watch this. So come on out. Maybe I'll have a look at your deck and be able to give you some feedback on it, some suggestions. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.